In a world often characterized by chaos and uncertainty, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a beacon of wisdom and resilience. Originating in Athens centuries ago, Stoicism has endured the test of time, its principles resonating with individuals seeking meaning and purpose in a rapidly changing world. Stoicism provides a framework for navigating life's inevitable challenges with grace, courage, and tranquility. At its core, Stoicism emphasizes virtue as the ultimate good. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, emotions, and actions, while accepting with equanimity the things that lie beyond our sphere of influence. This philosophy empowers individuals to cultivate inner strength and find peace amidst the storms of life. Stoicism is not a passive philosophy of resignation. It calls for action, urging us to live in accordance with nature and fulfill our roles as responsible citizens. By embracing Stoic principles, we can not only weather life's storms, but also emerge as more resilient, compassionate, and virtuous individuals. Stoicism rests upon four fundamental pillars that serve as guiding principles for living a meaningful and fulfilling life. These pillars, virtue, self-control, equanimity, and living virtuously, provide a roadmap for navigating the complexities of human existence. Virtue, according to the Stoics, is the soul good. It encompasses qualities such as wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These virtues are not mere abstract ideals, but rather active principles that should guide our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Self-control, or temperance, is essential for mastering our desires and impulses. The Stoics recognized that unchecked passions could lead to suffering and unhappiness. By cultivating self-control, we gain mastery over our emotions and make rational choices aligned with our values. Equanimity, often translated as tranquility or inner peace, is the ability to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity. The Stoics understood that life is full of unexpected events, both positive and negative. By accepting what we cannot control with equanimity, we free ourselves from unnecessary anxiety and suffering. Living virtuously means aligning our actions with our principles and striving to live in accordance with nature. This involves fulfilling our duties to ourselves, our families, our communities, and the world at large. By living virtuously, we contribute to the common good and find meaning in something larger than ourselves. In today's fast-paced and often overwhelming world, Stoicism offers practical tools for navigating the challenges of modern life. From managing stress and anxiety to coping with loss and setbacks, Stoic principles provide a framework for resilience and well-being. One of the key tenets of Stoicism is the importance of focusing on what we can control. In a world where we are bombarded with information and external pressures, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless. Stoicism reminds us that we have the power to choose our thoughts and reactions. Another important Stoic principle is the practice of negative visualization. This involves contemplating potential setbacks and challenges in advance. While this may seem counterintuitive, it allows us to mentally prepare for adversity and develop strategies for coping with difficult situations. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of gratitude. By focusing on the good in our lives, even in the midst of challenges, we cultivate a sense of contentment and appreciate the present moment. Gratitude helps us to reframe our perspective and find joy in the simple things. The political landscape, particularly during election seasons, can be a source of significant stress and anxiety. Stoicism offers valuable insights and practices for navigating the emotional turmoil often associated with politics. One of the key Stoic principles for managing political stress is to focus on what we can control. While we may have strong opinions about candidates or policies, it is important to remember that the outcome of an election is ultimately beyond our individual control. Instead of getting caught up in the emotional roller coaster of political discourse, Stoicism encourages us to engage in constructive action. This might involve volunteering for a campaign, contacting our elected officials, or engaging in respectful dialogue with those who hold different views. Stoicism also reminds us that political opponents are fellow human beings, deserving of our compassion and respect. Engaging in hateful rhetoric or demonizing those with whom we disagree only serves to deepen divisions and create more suffering. Section 5. The Stoic Citizen's Civic Engagement and the Pursuit of Justice. Stoicism is not a philosophy of withdrawal or apathy. On the contrary, it calls upon individuals to actively engage in civic life and work towards a more just and equitable society. The Stoics believed that we have a duty to contribute to the common good. This involves participating in public life, upholding the law, and advocating for the welfare of all members of society. Civic engagement for the Stoics was not limited to voting or holding office. It encompassed all aspects of life, from treating others with fairness and respect to speaking out against injustice and oppression. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and fulfillment come not from pursuing our own selfish desires, but from living in accordance with virtue and contributing to something larger than ourselves. Section 6. Kindness in the face of adversity. A Stoic approach to human interaction. In a world often characterized by conflict and division, Stoicism offers a powerful antidote: kindness. The Stoics recognize that kindness is not a sign of weakness, but rather a strength that flows from our shared humanity. Stoicism teaches us to treat others with compassion and understanding, even when they wrong us. This does not mean condoning bad behavior, but rather recognizing that everyone is fighting their own battles and deserves our empathy. Kindness, in the Stoic view, is not merely about being nice or polite. It is about extending grace and forgiveness to others, recognizing that we are all flawed and imperfect beings. By practicing kindness, we not only create a more harmonious and compassionate world, but also cultivate inner peace and contentment within ourselves. Section 7. Titans of Wisdom. Key figures in Stoicism, from Zeno to Holiday. The philosophy of Stoicism has been shaped and passed down through the ages by a lineage of remarkable individuals who embodied its principles in their lives and writings. From the ancient world to the present day, these titans of wisdom continue to inspire and guide us. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, established the school in Athens in the 3rd century BC. His teachings emphasized virtue as the sole good and the importance of living in accordance with nature. Epictetus, a former slave who became a renowned Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. His teachings have resonated with individuals across cultures and time periods. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, is best known for his personal reflections recorded in his journal, commonly known as. His writings offer profound insights into the nature of virtue, self-control, and living a meaningful life. Section 8. The Ryan Holiday Effect, popularizing Stoicism for a new generation. In recent years, Stoicism has experienced a resurgence in popularity, thanks in large part to the work of modern proponents like Ryan Holiday. Through his best-selling books, articles and lectures, Holiday has made Stoic philosophy accessible and relevant to a new generation. Holiday's approach to Stoicism is both practical and inspiring. He draws on the wisdom of ancient Stoic texts and applies their principles to the challenges of modern life, from dealing with stress and adversity to achieving success in our careers and personal lives. One of Holiday's key contributions has been to demystify Stoicism and make it clear that it is not an esoteric philosophy reserved for academics or philosophers. Rather, it is a practical framework for living a better life, accessible to anyone willing to put in the effort. Through his work, Holiday has helped to spark a global conversation about Stoicism and its relevance to the challenges of the 21st century. Section 9. The Perils and Promise of Stoicism, avoiding pitfalls and embracing ethical living. While Stoicism offers a wealth of wisdom and practical tools for living a better life, it is important to approach this philosophy with discernment and avoid potential pitfalls. One criticism leveled at Stoicism is that its emphasis on accepting what we cannot control can lead to passivity or resignation in the face of injustice. However, true Stoicism calls for action and engagement in the pursuit of justice. Another potential pitfall is the risk of spiritual bypassing, using Stoic principles to suppress or avoid dealing with difficult emotions. Stoicism is not about denying our emotions, but rather about learning to manage them in a healthy and constructive way. Ultimately, the true promise of Stoicism lies in its emphasis on living a virtuous and ethical life. By embracing the Stoic virtues of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, we can create a more just, compassionate, and fulfilling world for ourselves and generations to come.